My girlfriend cheated on me with her cousin. You know, the FaceTime shit was on, her camera was on, and she was on FaceTime just showing straight yams.
First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did.
Look here. Oh, Lord. I come to tell y'all Balaam today. I mean, the kind of Balaam that makes you think the title has to be clickbait. Like, you see what it named when people talking about it, and you say, obviously, that's just what they titling this, but it could be another thing, right? Lord, when y'all hear what I come tell y'all about today, because I ain't have no business being in streamer business. Let me just say this. As far as the different genres of content creation go, I feel like the most Balaam happens in streamer land. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. And I don't really want to find out. But there's something sick about the kind of what be happening over there. Like, between looking at people act like they ready to dead if they don't get into streamer university. Y'all remember that time they was rioting in Times Square or whatever just to be outside for Kai Cenat? Every time I look, some Adrian Bronner doing shit, Dean the Great getting the shit slap out of him. Lord, you know, I shouldn't even know these people's name. I shouldn't even know all these people's name. And let me double back. Let me tell you why we here today. I saw a video titled, "This streamer cheated on this streamer with her cousin."
What was that?
She cheated on him with her cousin. And I say, obviously they're going somewhere with this. There's no way, you know, it's her actual cousin. Man, look here. There's a streamer named Catalina, and there's a streamer named I'm Not Kenneth. These two are a couple who live together, and when you look, yeah, this boy come on the internet and say, this gal, they break up. He throw this gal out of his house because he catch this gal cheating on him with her cousin. And then he starts showing all the text messages, all the everything, or where he find this gal. Let's the story this man say not only did this man say this what happened, verified that this is what happened. Oh my God. She done come out and say, this what happened. And we didn't get to what she say because there's so much to be said about this hot mess situation here. Because the internet is kicking this girl's back in. And like, yes, they should, right? Like, your cousin is egregious. You know what I'm saying? Like, your cousin is egregious. That's some crazy shit to get put on your jacket. Like, them some allegations out of this world. Your cousin is crazy. For most normal people. Not everybody, this is a sick word, but for most people. And the way she is go about dealing with it, we can talk about everything, is also crazy. But I watched this young man, I'm Not Kenneth's entire video he put out called Addressing the Allegations. I watched the entire thing. And it's insane how much, like, I'm like, you know, when a gal that you with, when your gal her cousin on you, you automatically get the moral high ground. Like, automatically, you become the victim. In some cases, you need not say anything else and risk doing anything that would disrupt public perception. And granted, the kind of public that he has to answer to, it will affect nothing because misogyny and red flags and all kind of nasty rhetoric don't alarm them at all. So you'll be fine. But to this public, I was like, I be about to get back to it. But just know, once I watched what he had to say, I was like, okay, she's a widow and her back needs to and will be kicked in. However, there's a lot to be said about this young man. But let me double back because I all over the place, eh?
Hold up, wait a minute.
Now, before we get any deeper into today's mess, I want to thank MyHeritage for sponsoring this video. And stay right there, because y'all are going to want to hear this ad read. Because let me tell y'all right now, I actually have never thought to do a DNA test. Because in my mind, if all Black people come from Africa, and my daddy is immediately Nigerian, like from Ibadan, and today's Bahamians descend from enslaved West Africans, in my heart, I say, odds are that even the Bahamian that I am is really just Nigerians in Junkunu costume. So your gal wasn't that curious. Till CJ started trying to tell me, you never know, you might be some other kind of African. I say, no, sir. Not I, said the Nigerian cat. So I partnered with MyHeritage so we could get to the bottom of it once and for all. I finally have my DNA test results from MyHeritage. And I didn't want to open it up without already having the camera recorded because I am so excited to find out that I am 115% Nigerian. Oh my gosh. And you know what I learned, people? I was right. Should I call my sister? I feel like, let me see if she want to know what she is. Let me try FaceTime her. I got my DNA test results from my heritage. Remember I told you about that? Yeah. I ain't check them yet. I wanted somebody to be around. Not only are we as Nigerian, we are actually Nigerian. Our Bahamian side descends from Nigeria too. I spent 32 years having my Bahamian family treating me like I'm a Nigerian hybrid, only to find out that's exactly what they are too. I want y'all to know I send everybody audio notes informing them that I'm not Nigerian. We Nigerian. I am literally 90.3% Nigerian. Absolutely not a single other African identity present. I am 90.3% Nigerian and 6% Portuguese. So we're 90% Nigerian. Oh. So you want to know what our other 10% is? What? Not a single other black line. Femi, this has something nerve to say? Femi, we don't have a single other kind of black. Do you know what the other thing we are is? No, I don't know. Portuguese. What the fuck is... We're 10% Portuguese? We are a full 6% Portuguese and the rest is Dutch and British. I say Portuguese?
You're so Portuguese.
Oh my God. I also discovered I have me some Black American family and ancestry in the South, which doesn't shock me because if you've ever heard a Bahamian and a Gullah Geechee person, the connection is clear. I also discovered many a distant white relative too. But so, if you've ever been curious about your family history, where your ancestors came from, or whether the theories you've been making up in your head are actually true, I definitely recommend checking out My Heritage and finding everything out that you need to know. And I want to show you why you should get the My Heritage bundle. With my code, you're not just getting a great price in the DNA kit. For the exact price, you're also getting a 30-day free trial, free shipping, and access to additional features in the bundle. There's some lit features, okay? They was giving me, let me tell y'all, I was deep in my parents' business. I had all kind of like special ancient origins and cool stuff. So, click the link in my description, use my code, and find out whether your ancestors validate your delusions too. Thank you again to My Heritage for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the foolishness. This what happened. So him and I were dating. He say, Lord.
Like you was in the hotel room with your cousin. You kept on telling me you was going on these trips. You went to Puerto Rico with your cousin. You went everywhere with your cousin. And it's like, bruh, like... But you only cheated on me recently, right? This only happened last month, right? Okay.
He say she always on the phone with her cousin. He say her favorite cousin is her favorite cousin. She always talk about her favorite cousin. That's her best friend. She's talked to him on the phone all day long. She's go sleep talking to him on the phone. But he don't think nothing about it because that's her cousin. And rightfully so. Like, you cannot blame this young man. Oh, Lord. I watched a Flacco video about this. And Flacco's my boy, but he was talking a bunch of shit here.
Where do women take accountability in this? And hear me out, okay?
Nigga.
Now, no, hear me out.
First contribution, Flacco, you exactly where
you
are
were
from the wrong
channel, my dog.
Flacco was all like, oh,
I don't care if it's your daddy, it's your brother. You can't be a woman in my house talking to no man all day.
Flacco was doing all kind of gymnastics to make it this fault that he didn't suspect that this girl was her cousin.
Apparently, like, her and her cousin was so close, they used to FaceTime all day, like all day long. Now, how my program is set up, I don't care if that's a cousin, I don't care if that's your brother, I don't care if that's your father. You not FaceTiming with another man all day in my house, bruh. Like in our conversation, 30-minute conversation with your family, cool. You not FaceTiming your brother for 18 hours a day in my crib. Sorry, not happening.
Dog, it is not normal and healthy if you as a man, generally, just with no reason to be suspicious of a problem, would inherently take an issue with a woman being close with her father or her brother or her male cousin, just inherently because you don't believe she's supposed to be able to talk to man too much in your house, whether or not that man is her related to her, that's a problem. Where the red flags, where the alarms, police? Like, that's crazy. All right? That young man did not do anything wrong by not being suspicious of that girl and her relationship with her cousin. If she say to him, this my cousin, this my biological cousin, and we best friends, he shouldn't. He is not wrong to not think anything about that gal talking to this. Now, what he is unlucky. Unfortunately for him, his bitch is the 0.0001% of bitches who their cousin. Lord. This man say, she always, she love her cousin, always talking to her cousin, always talking about her cousin, da-da-da. He say, when he look, but I didn't even know what he say caused him to be suspicious. He say, he noticed she on FaceTime with the cousin. She going to the bathroom and lock herself in the bathroom. And when he going, must he press up to the door, he hear her say something, he hear something about yams. Like yams. Like, so he say, what might bring her to be talking about yams on the phone with her cousin? So let me tell you this. Look here. Let me tell you something. Oh, Lord. If you hear how he catch this girl, I say, Lord, this so elaborate. Look here. You ain't never trust this woman. He was too fast on his feet for this to have been something he just came up with in the moment. Because he said, she gone to the bathroom and closed the door. And so he say, he have one of the fancy ass little boxes for your cats. And when I say I mean, through seeing out there in the world, because I don't have that. Raheem and Azada get a day ass the regular little box. I ain't paying no fucking $600, y'all. But he have one of them. So he said a little box in the bathroom and it have a camera. So he say he goes and connects to the camera for the little box so he could see inside the bathroom. So as she in the bathroom, in his house, mind you, this is his house or her house, they live together, right? Which is a whole nother thing because he repeatedly frames this as his house and he throw out there and blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, let me tell you something. If that young woman was living in there for more than 30 days, which it sounds very much so like she was, that's her house too, baby. But anyway, I ain't against him yet. I ain't saying the man ain't right to throw out. He is. No. He say he connected a camera from the letterbox. Let me tell you something. Ain't no way he ain't think about that before that moment. Like, there's no way it is not previously dawned on him this letterbox have a camera because that's too fast. A normal person, if you ain't never thought about that before, your gal go in the bathroom, lock the bathroom on you hear say yams, your first instinct ain't gonna be, man, it's sick, let me go connect to the camera on the letterbox and watch her. You thought about that before. You don't trust this bitch.
No shit, a pervert.
And that's okay. I ain't saying you were wrong not to trust her. Obviously you weren't. But that man, he put that little box there for he been waiting to use that camera. So he say when he connected the camera, he almost fall out. Because what he sees, and he have all the proof, girl. You all he got the proof, he got the receipts. Because again, it was on the little box camera.
And it's in her restroom. So I was able to connect to that shit. And I basically seen her at the mirror of her restroom. Her phone popped up. The FaceTime shit was on, her camera was on, and she was on FaceTime just showing straight yams to that nigga. Like I'm talking about 360s in the camera, grabbing yams, just everything, bro. Just butt ass naked, bro. And at that moment, bro, my heart sunk, bro. I was like, damn, it's GG. She just cheated on me.
This man have her in the camera showing ass, showing yams on the FaceTime to her cousin. So all this time, let me tell you what I'm thinking. At this point, it's me and CJ listening to the story thinking, stupid, that's not her cousin. Obviously, she just say this and she dealing with, and she have it named cousin. She tell you that's her cousin so that you wouldn't be suspicious, but that's the she dealing with and not her cousin. Right? Y'all, I don't even remember how he say he managed to get her to open that door up. When he opened that door, he said he jujitsu get that phone out of her. He take the phone and he run and he lock himself into a room and he look into her phone. Let me tell y'all, oh my God. Look here, this man see all kind of messages. She like at this point, I am sure, I was confident that this her little yeah. Okay, that's what the kids are saying. No way, that already Olay. I have a feeling that already ain't what the kids are saying. It's so out of touch. Anyway, I figured this whole side who she just was pretending to be her cousin. Lord, why this boy have all kind of messages or what I'm saying? Oh, the cousin thing really be me up because blah, blah, blah. I say, oh my girl, what?
Did you sleep with your goddamn cousin?
What?
Girl, what? In all my days, I have never come across. Let me tell y'all something. I have lived in the Bahamas, Florida, West Virginia, Ohio, New York, and more.
Mr. Worldwide.
I never come across a bitch on a cousin. I've never in all. I've had so many conversations with women in my life. Women have confided so much shit to me in my life, but I cannot think of nary a time. A woman say to me, girl, I gotta get something off my chest, man. I really struggling. I really having a hard time trying to figure out what to do with these feelings that I have for my cousin. She in love with her cousin. Like, they really having text messages about, what'll happen if they break up and, in the family. And like, Jesus Christ. There's so much to be said. Like I say, if you with a gal and y'all live together and you find out she in the house y'all live with, sexting her cousin. She crease up in your bathroom, sexing her cousin.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
You can carry on bad. And by carry on bad, I mean talk to the church house, right? Like, tell her get the out. And honestly, to be fair to him, before I give this young man my critiques, I think he handled this part well. Like, you hear it. He's showing you the messages, and she banging on the door like, let me talk to you, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, bro, you gotta go. Nope. He was like, you gotta hold that. He was like, you're weird, bro. He was like, you're a weirdo. He was like, you're evil. You're dangerous. Like, he honestly keeping it very cute. Like, he literally is just like, oh, you're out of here, bro. You're done. He handled that very well.
I'm so sorry, you can't.
I don't care. You can't. There's nothing you can say to me right now. You did what you did. You gotta face that. You gotta go.
This is something that I only did recently. Just know that in all of my relationships, I've always loved you a lot. And I cared for you a lot. You know that? I'm sorry, babe.
I don't care.
You handled that very well, because I can't even process no shit like that. And here's the gag, like, and ain't even no reason for this young lady, like, this really gotta be an illness. And then and like I said, this was his video where he had receipts and stuff, so he was showing where apparently he was showing other clips and proof of where she's talked about it on stream, how when she was a young teen, she was like into her cousin, and how it was like mostly from her side into him. She was like, because, you know, to be so close with somebody when you first start going through puberty, I was like, I don't know what the she talking about, you know. No, I don't, like, you know, like, to be so young and going through puberty and to be so close to someone. Girl, what? Girl, what?
Huh?
Let me tell you something. I have a cousin named Lily. That's my mother hell, that's my jack. I would stab myself in the fucking eye and twist it.
Twist it! Oh my God, dude.
Before I even, well, you nasty. Listen, I wanna, Lord, because I feel like some things don't feel like it's for the internet. And like, granted, I'm not even criticizing this young man for telling the internet or the world about what she do. Cause like, that's what she doing. That's his experience. You know, she wrong. I can't say that he can't talk about that. But I am sympathetic in this weird, like, even though it's sick and nasty, I am sympathetic in this weird way for like her and the cousin and the family, because obviously they have issues. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, she's got something deep-seatedly wrong with her. Like, whatever it is that make you like you madly in love with your cousin, you can't stop thinking about this whole thing. Yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Unless you're a Targaryen, there ain't no fucking reason for that. Okay, so she have issues. I said it to say, like, it don't feel like one of those things. Like, I hate the fact that something that seems so serious, like whatever is seriously wrong with her and him and all of them, shouldn't be internet fodder. That being said, these are streamers. It's the problem with the streaming world. When you on stream all day, you feel like, and you have to turn your whole life and your whole existence, you're streaming all day into trying to like keep people entertained and keep people on the stream. What that forces you to do is overshare and perform for the internet and tell everybody everything about your life, especially if the two of you and the people in the relationship, the two of y'all are streamers and they know y'all to date and all this and the next thing. And according to him too, he also say like at different times she's talked about the relationship and whatnot. So like, you know, open the door. So like I say, I'm not going to criticize this young man for talking about it, especially because what happens next. So after they break up, well, actually she say she didn't fuck her cousin. She just was planning to. But anyway, because she was cheating with her cousin, she was savage, she was sexting her cousin and having an emotional affair with her cousin. Oh Lord, they break up. He threw her out of the house and he was showing the messages. You should see it. She was like, "Come on, like I'll give you everything you want. I'll get you into streaming university. I'll buy you a Bernedoodle, like which is apparently his favorite. Not a Bernedoodle. It was a doodle. It was a regular doodle, eh?" And I was like, his favorite dog is a doodle. That's funny. She was saying all kind of things, but he said, no son, you weird and valid. And again, she gotta be deep-seatedly weird because this little girl, if you look at her, you look at her long enough, I was like, who does she look like? She looks like Chloe. She gotta look like Chloe. And I'm like, young lady, like, I need y'all to understand that under no circumstances does this young lady need to get with her cousin. She wants to get with her cousin. She's sick, okay? She's sick. She sick, yo. Oh my God. Lord. Anyway, after all that come out, of course, the internet lays into her ass. Like, imagine the shame, despair, and everything. Everybody talking about you. I mean, shit, look, I talking about her. Imagine. You see what I'm saying? Like, so she hires a crisis management team. And like, if there were ever a crisis to be managed, surely this is one. But bitch, you're gonna need Olivia Pope to come fix this one. You got to kill this to get away with this. Like, damn, girl. Because she puts out this video. And Lord, this video is a train wreck. So she goes, she deactivates the socials for a while. She come off Twitch, all of that. And when she hires the crisis management team, and when she comes back, she puts out this video on YouTube. And this video is a train wreck. Let me just say this. Damn, it's unfortunate that it's an art form to use in a teleprompter and having a script, because like in his addressing her video, he like keeps pointing out like, oh, y'all can see that she's reading from a script, right? You see that? To like make her seem like insincere and disingenuous or whatever, like the fact that she has this script. And it's so crazy because it's like, it's perfectly normal for creators like to have scripts, like, and have a teleprompter. I am in front of my teleprompter right now. Now this is Olay and Chill, so it's unscripted, but generally Illuminati Pop, Illuminati is scripted. It's just a performance that makes it feel like me and you really chopping it up. But it's a script. But unfortunately, this young lady is a streamer generally. So this is the first time they ever bring no script and teleprompter in front of her. And let me tell you, reading a horrible statement, because we can get into what the statement is and all of that or whatever. Inherently, it's horrible. The statement itself is horrible. In fairness to the statement, if you trying to fight the stigma that comes with people thinking you your cousin, and your statement starts with having to admit you was your cousin, it's downhill from there. It's a hard road to climb.
First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them.
Let alone then, you already seem absolutely loony. Because also too, they have all kind of clips of her calling herself an evil light skin.
As an evil light skin myself, we will do things on purpose to piss y'all off. Like,
I'm like, Lord, with this young woman, like the shit people is be doing again, it's because she's a young girl looking, you know, trying to stream or whatever and blah, blah, blah. So just have her saying stupid shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, she clearly just saying stupid shit for the internet. But she was like, oh, I'm an evil light skin and I like to hurt him and all this shit. I say, Lord God, yeah. But yeah, if your statement already started with, yeah, you did cheat with your cousin, like nobody lie on you about that. And then there's also all kind of videos and things, you referring to yourself as an evil light skin and a horrible daughter and blah blah blah. Like, girl, I don't know what she would have been better off. Honest to God, if it were me, let me tell you something. I don't know what lawyer and what crisis management team she spoke to and why they chose to direct her the way that they chose to direct her. But if it were me, I was never admitting to, yeah, that's my cousin. I'd have never advised her. What she should have said was, I am really sorry that I cheated on my boyfriend, but I'd like to set the record straight and let y'all know that that was not my cousin. Unfortunately, in the course of cheating on my boyfriend, I lied and said this was my cousin so that I could talk to him undetected, but that is not my cousin. Let me tell y'all something. I'd have killed whoever the could verify that that's my cousin. Y'all would have... She should, I don't know what she admit that for. I said, let me tell you something. Unless that Kenneth have a picture with your mommy and daddy at the birth of that little holding the DNA and a family tree and you supposed to deny, lie, girl. What? You come out here confirming that you did cheat with your cousin and you think there's anywhere to go from there? Oh my God, I said it to say on top of that, she already done portray herself as somebody evil, light-skinned, and this disingenuous, insincere person, the kind of person that'll be with her cousin under your roof, and then she struggling to read off this teleprompter, this horrible statement. She come across so bad. And I can tell you all the ways in which she come across dead bad and why. And then I go, and the reason too, I need you to understand how bad she came across is so you understand how unnecessary it really was for him to put out the statement that he had. Now, let me be clear. I am a YouTube creator. So that put out a video that was like 20-30 minutes and it got 1.2 million views, which means he got to the motherfucking bag off that video. So I would never say that he shouldn't have put out that video. He absolutely should have. Obviously. Obviously, she done broke his heart. He can at least get to the bag. I ain't getting in the way of that young man money. My problem is with a lot of what he said in the video and how I think him saying a lot of the things not only were problematic and misogynistic and ended up making him look bad, no matter whether or not the little misogynist little in his audience and Flacco and them want to acknowledge it. It still didn't need to be said because she did a good enough job making herself look terrible. And let me explain why. So this little gal comes on this YouTube video and says, first, I want to start by taking complete accountability for what I did and the person I hurt the most, which is my ex. She starts out by admitting she did, in fact, cheat on him with her cousin. She clarifies that she didn't her cousin, but that she was cheating with her cousin. And Jesus Christ. Bitch, where you going from here? Where you going from here? Like,
Oh my God. He admitted.
so she starts by saying that she wants to take full accountability for what she did to hurt her ex, but then she immediately follows that up by letting us know that she don't know what the word full mean. Cause bitch, how the you could say, oh, I want to take full accountability for hurting my ex because by cheating on my cousin, but also, just so y'all know, my ex was actually a piece of shit. Right? He's a piece of shit. The relationship sucked. He was toxic, mentally and physically abusive. He did this, and the next thing to me. And I'll be honest with y'all, nothing about anything she said came across sincere at all. Nothing about it read credible. It came off squarely like, I don't know anything else I could do to make myself look better, to take some of the heat off me in this situation for cheating with my cousin, than to say this is actually abusive. Like, hey, I did a bad thing, but don't feel bad for him because he's actually a terrible he was treating me bad. Okay.
There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be.
That brings in the perfect opportunity to say what my problem is with this young man's response. Because, like I said, he already has the moral high ground here, right? Like, you're already predisposed to lean in with anything he on, because not only has he accused her of cheating on him with her cousin, she has confirmed that it's true. So from that point on, we already more inclined to believe him, or to be on his side, I should say. So he need not come out with the shit he does. So that's what he says. And I watched the entire thing. And I'll tell you what my major chief complaints are. He repeatedly frames this young woman cheating on him and lying to him, or lying on him, lying to him, lying on him, or playing the victim as true of all women. Like, literally keeps saying like,
Oh, this is what women do. She doing that same thing all women do, where they make false accusations, where they accuse you of it.
This is what happens with a lot of males in this generation. The girls always try to manipulate the fucking internet, manipulate the world, have a sad face and play victim and play the essay card and make false allegations. But no, bruh. That shit is fucking dead, bro.
That is misogyny.
Let me tell you something. And this is the problem I have with how these like streaming and gaming communities tend to be so like, they like intertwined with manosphere, misogynistic, red pill nonsense talking points. Cause what the you talking about? Like, have your problem with this young lady. This young lady has done something wrong to you. She has cheated on you. You have every reason to feel however you want to feel. That does not legitimize or justify you then making a series of misogynistic aspersions about women that fly in the face of actual statistics, which does not support this false idea that women fake accusations on men. That is a rare untruth. In fact, the reality is that most abuse perpetrated by men never gets addressed at all. But that's what he repeatedly does. Oh, these women, that's all these women. Like, a million times he invokes that.
Girls are really like manipulators, bro. You're about to falsely accuse me like every other girl does to niggas. But girls always try to manipulate. Why do girls always play the I'm depressed?
Which brings me to make another point. I find it so fascinating the way all these male creators like salivating at this idea to paint this young woman as the devil because she cheated on this man. Like, that is so horrible. And I think that's funny, because under what circumstance do they see it as a moral crime worthy of condemnation, collective condemnation and outrage when a man cheats on a woman? The same, and they are the same, I checked, the same that are like, oh, this evil bitch, she cheated on him, she's a cheater, she's a liar, who out here like feeding into this idea that this the most wronged on earth because she cheated, was the same ones like, why Meg don't shut the up? Of course Clay cheated on her. She's a this, she's a that, she's a blah, blah, blah. When the do y'all give a about men? If we're talking what men do, like, ain't it crazy? Yeah, this young man, yeah, he been hurt, like, okay, but the way they trying to paint this like he's some kind of like victim, like, oh my God.
You see what women do? Women cheated like.
What? Oh my God. All men do. Look here. That's all is champion men doing. But all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, she cheated, Give me a break. What woman has not been cheated on a bunch of times? And why the do y'all give a What are we talking about? What are we saying? You think this unique? Like, cheating with a cousin. There's a rarer condition. But being lied to and cheated on, you're not special. Like, that's not some gender-specific crime, bitch. And if it was, who y'all think is cheat more in our patriarchal world we live in? What are we talking about? Like, the way these use any excuse to lambaste women is incredible. Which then brings me to another thing about the inherent misogyny and the desire to this idea that because she is absolutely wrong in one regard, nothing else matters. Because here's my thing. To what I said earlier, when I heard what she had to say about him being abusive and him and the relationship being toxic and all this different stuff, I don't know their relationship. All I know is what I'm seeing, and she's not coming off credible, and so I wasn't giving much credence to it. Then in his response, he's like, oh, yeah, relationship was toxic, but so what? You knew that. You were talking about it before, so what's the point of bringing it up now? Oh, I admit that. I used to scream. I would get angry and I would scream a lot, but oh, like, what's the point of that? Whoa! Like, these are separate. Let me be clear. It's like we're litigating separate issues. We're talking, if she cheated on you, she messed with her cousin inherently by being an incestuous weirdo. That is wrong. That's something that her back can get kicked in regardless. But that is neither negated nor mitigated. It's not mitigated, it's not aggravated, it's not negated, nothing based on whether or not you're a piece of shit and you're abusive. So like you can say, yes, you being that doesn't cancel out the weirdness of the weird shit she on. But what she did also doesn't cancel out or mitigated who you were in a relationship. It doesn't become acceptable for you to admit to have been a toxic, angry. You're telling us, yes, you did have an anger problem. Yes, certain things did happen and blah, 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 blah. It is not okay for you to decide because you believe she's only bringing that up now to mitigate what she did, which she is, that it doesn't matter. It does matter. It is a problem. It is not acceptable for you to be screaming at a woman and having anger management issues by your own admission and explosive episodes and shit just because she's a piece of shit. It ain't, she could be a piece of shit and you could still be a piece of shit too. And y'all need to not be pieces of shit together. But it doesn't just get like, oh, it doesn't matter. And then you get to frame it as, oh, these women, blah, blah, blah. All these women, that's what guys do. I say, Jesus Christ. I'm like, that's crazy because it's like, you think getting cheated on by this young woman justifies any level of open hatred you're expressing towards women. But if women tell you, why do women's millions of experiences of lying to, traumatizing, and abusing women justify blind hatred for men and just making a bunch of generalizations and aspersions about men? You don't like that? Smell like bitch in here. It's someone has.
A woman say that, oh, you need to pick better. You need to this. You need to that. Oh, it's not all men. It's blah, 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 blah.
But as soon as a bitch hurts your feelings, it's all women, it's all this. Y'all better stop the shit. And like I say, this little young man, I could tell that he's young. So like, I ain't even trying to kick his back in. Listen, hopefully, if anything, I hope that I hope maturity happens. I hope sit back and reflect and say, you know what? Hold on. This gal did me dead dirty, but that don't mean that's all true about all these women. Let me hold my horses and blah, blah, blah. I ain't gonna hold my breath, but I hope so. I said it to say that's the purpose of me saying it, because I'm like, oh my God, this piece of shit little boy. No. I recognize that he's young and I hope we pull it together. My bigger issue is with the older who making videos about a bunch of grown ass like echoing these same kind of misogynistic, sexist ass rhetoric about women just because you want to kick some young gal back in because she cheated on her boyfriend in a weirdo fashion. Like, let's address weirdness. For sure. Once you cheat with your cousin, I mean, you open the door for to kick it back in. Ain't really nothing I can do for you on that. But let's not get carried the away like I see some of y'all doing. That's the story. Thanks again to My Heritage for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to use the link in the description below or the QR code on the screen.
Y'all know I finally launched merch, right? Okay, that's right. The Illuminativerse finally has merch so you can rep your favorite channel. Okay, that's right. Whether you're an Illuminati pop girl like myself, an Olay and chill enthusiast like my baby sister, an Olay and friends stan like all my friends, or somebody who locks in for a 2-hour Illuminati production, we've got something for you. We've got mugs, shirts, and hats. It's all very cute because Cartoon Me is adorable. Shout out to Tunerific Tariq for being the man behind her. And to my pop watchers in particular, please notice you wore me down and I finally gave y'all the shoot me with your big gun merch y'all kept begging me for. But it's a mug. Y'all are not getting a shirt because I made one. I'm wearing it. And I want y'all to know
Shoot me with your bait gun on a shirt feel like target practice, and y'all ain't gonna say that I send y'all out there like that. But I genuinely love my merch, not just because it's mine, but because I ordered everything myself before showing it to y'all, so I can make sure the quality was good, because I can't have y'all spending y'all hard-earned money on garbage. Which is why I'm pleased to report that I now have a cupboard full of beautiful glossy mugs and a drawer full of the comfiest Illuminati shirts. So if you've ever wanted to support the channel or rep your favorite corner of the Illuminati verse, or just walk around with my cartoon face on your chest, check out the merch store linked in the description below, or go to Illuminati-shop.fourthwall.com, or use the QR code on your screen to make sure you get your Illuminati merch today. That's Illuminati-shop.fourthwall.com, or click the link in the description below, or use the QR code on screen to run me your money today. Now let's get back to the video. If you enjoyed the video you just watched, congratulations! You've officially wandered into the Illuminati-verse. Now before you get overwhelmed, let me explain where exactly you've landed, because apparently one YouTube channel was not enough for me. If you're looking for my biggest productions, the kinds of videos that require me to disappear into a cave for 6 weeks and emerge with an existential crisis, subscribe to Illuminati, my flagship channel, where you'll find my magnum opuses like If Pretty is a Privilege, Ugly is a Curse, How This Didn't Age Well Destroyed Media Literacy, How Men Become Aziz Ansari, Why Serial Killers Aren't Monsters, and so much more. If you're here because you love television, movies, and hearing me explain why everybody misunderstood your favorite character, subscribe to Illuminati Pop, my TV and film essay channel. That's where you'll find fun deep dives on How I Met Your Mother, Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives, You, Euphoria, Insecure, Girlfriends, and more. And if you'd like to watch my videos uncensored, get early access, and support the channel directly, just join the Illuminati Pop Patreon. If you are looking for chaos and a good time, subscribe to Olay and Chill, where I unpack reality TV, TikTok drama, documentaries, chaos in internet, and whatever nonsense the internet has cooked up this week. If you'd like to watch me and some of my favorite Black creators and thinkers come together to discuss the culture, subscribe to Olay and Friends. If you're looking for shorter commentary on whatever the internet is currently spiraling about or whatever's on my mind, subscribe to Illuminati Bites. If you want to watch me and my bitch Kenny JD laugh, overshare, talk a little shit, and unpack the messiness of life, love, and the internet, and whatever foolishness we watching, subscribe to Olay and Kenny. If politics is more your thing and where you know me from, subscribe to Illuminati Politics for my State of the Union like addresses on O Squared. And if music is your thing and you want to hear what I think about the latest albums and what I'm getting into, subscribe to Illuminati Extras. Subscribe to whichever corners of the Illuminati verse speak to you, or subscribe to all of them and become a full-time resident. And while you're at it, you can follow me everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Twitter at Illuminati. You can also follow Illuminati Pop and Olay and Chill and Olay and Friends on social media so you never miss a thing. Welcome again to the Illuminati verse. Now go look around a little bit, make yourself at home.